Now, the song says it's the happiest time of the year, but the holidays can, of course, be some of the most stressful times of the year.
Well, from dealing with family problems to maybe maxing out your bank account, it can all add up, but there are some ways that you can relieve the pressure. A personal tragedy forced a local woman, Kristen Brown, to deal with stress head on. She wrote about her experience in the book. It's called The Best Worst Thing, and Kristen joins us now to talk about her life and dealing with stressful situations, something you know a lot about.
Yes.
Good morning and welcome here.
Thanks so much.
Why don't you explain what happened to you and how it changed your life in dealing with stressful situations?
Sure. Well, in 2007, my young, healthy 30-year-old husband died of a heart attack in his sleep when our daughter was just a baby.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It obviously changed my perspective on life and my perspective on stress. I didn't want to go down the prescription antidepressant route. I wanted to find a more natural, healthy way to deal with stress. And it really just organically led to me starting my own company called Happy Hour Effect.
Okay, so the holidays are stressful for some. We were discussing moments ago that for some people, cooking is stressful, they don't handle it well. So what is a good coping skill that people can, make use of?
One of the biggest tips that I can give is that you should really have a plan. So many people start buying gifts, they start going to events, they start going to parties, and instead of looking ahead to say, okay, I've got 15 different things this holiday season, suddenly they're stacking up. So you really need to sit down with your calendar and a notebook and have a plan and keep on top of it every single week.
Now, if you had to rank those stressors, you would put the planning at the very top of that list. Then, what other things can start to, though, chip away? Because you might be able to grab that plan, but then things start to fall apart when the kids aren't behaving just in the right way, or maybe here comes the mother-in-law over here on this side, or even just weird things like packages not arriving on time. How can you cope with those small things that all of a sudden make for a really big pile?
Yeah. Well, the key is to relax. People aren't together on the holidays to say, oh, I got this gift, or we went to this store and we did this together. We want the holidays to be a time of togetherness with your family, with your friends, and so just relax. Learn to let some of those little stresses go and focus on the really important things.
Okay. Are there certain things that are right there on the top of the list as far as the biggest stressors for people?
Money. Money is the #1 stress in today's world with the economy and with work being stressful. So be sure you're not overspending. Really try to refocus your recipients on a different way of looking at gift giving. Maybe focus on something homemade. Maybe instead of buying a lot of gifts, you all go out to the theater or a museum or something like that. Really try to shift your perspective on gift giving so that it doesn't take such a hit to your pocketbook.
Because when you think about it, based upon, dealing with a couple of holidays and having to shift your perspective based on personal tragedies and shifting your perspective, it really puts everything into focus.
It definitely does. You realize what's important and what's not.
So when you're dealing with stress and whatnot, what are some of the ways you can at least reduce stress as you're going through, for instance, this holiday weekend?
Well, the key is to really build in time for yourself. So you're out shopping and you're out, if you're a Black Friday shopper or if you're spending time with family, you're traveling, make sure you're building in a few minutes throughout the day to just recenter yourself. Take some deep breaths, and make sure you're sticking to your exercise and nutrition routine, and just make sure you're building in enough time to rebalance yourself, because then you'll be much more effective at dealing with the external stresses that come your way.
Okay, good advice as we head into Black Friday and the holidays, because we know that on our list are probably 3 times as many things, rather than the rest of the year. We've got so many things piled up, and so it's important to kind of be organized, it sounds like, and to think about, taking the time for yourself.
Definitely.
All right.
Kristen, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
And to you too. And for more information, log on to our website. It's KristenKBrown.com.